Welcome back to the Thompson Resume Writing Company YouTube channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I'm the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be giving you all a tutorial on how to properly list your contact information on your resume. Now, as simple as this is, I come across so many resumes of people who get this important and crucial step wrong. And I want to make sure that you do not make the common mistakes when it comes to listing your contact information on your resume, because as we all know, if a phone number is missing, if a phone number is incorrect, or if an email is missing, or if an email address is incorrect, you are potentially going to miss out on a job interview or even a job offer, and we don't have time for that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Just so we're clear, the proper format for listing your contact information on your resume is having your phone number come first. Like, phone number typically always goes first, followed by your email address. So whatever your email address is, at gmail.com, at yahoo.com. You also want to make sure that this is hyperlinked so that a recruiter is able to click on it and pull a drafted email up in either Gmail or MS Outlook or whatever. And then your LinkedIn profile should come last. And this should also be linked to be able to be clicked on so that someone can go directly to your LinkedIn profile. And I did record a tutorial teaching you all how to do that as well. One thing that I want to note in terms of mistakes that I see in regards to format is people will have their contact information right aligned, which is something that you really don't want to do. You want to make sure that your contact information is either centered directly in the middle of the page or it's left aligned. Another thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to have a different alignment variation. So let's say I have my name here and I have my contact information off to the left, or I had it off to the right. You don't want to do that. So wherever you have your name, have your contact information directly aligned with it for aesthetics and for the spirit of consistency. Another mistake that I will see people make in terms of their contact information is having their contact information the exact same font size of whatever their name is. So as you can see here, my name is in 20. Some people will have their contact information be exactly the same size. So if I put my contact information at size 20, that is a lot. That is overwhelming, and it takes up way too much space than it needs to. So make sure that your contact information is not the same size as your name. Ideally, you want to have the copy text or the body text of your job descriptions. You want to have it in either size 10 or 11, and your contact information should be the same, but do not have it the same size as what your name is, unless maybe you have your name in size 10, which is not big enough, and I'll probably do another video on that. But as you can see, you want to make sure that it kind of contrasts appropriately with your name. It's also important to note that your contact information should come after your name. I will see so many resumes that will have their contact information first. So let's say I put my name down a little bit more further down or whatever, and I have my contact information first, and then my name is underneath like this. This is what you don't want to do, y'all. This is a mistake. Your name should always come first. Contact information is very important, don't get me wrong, but it should not come before your name. And it also looks really awkward. Look at how awkward this looks. So before a recruiter even knows my name, now granted, my name is designed in a way to where it stands out on the page, but it's okay, before they even get to my name, they have my phone number. That is backwards. You don't want to do that. So again, don't make that mistake. Make sure that your name, or I'm sorry, make sure that your contact information comes after your name. Another mistake that I see a lot is people having one and not the other. So what I mean by that is some people will have their phone number, but they won't have their email. Or they'll have their email and not their phone number. You guys, you want to have ideally all three of these. So you should have a LinkedIn profile. You should definitely have a phone number. You should definitely have an email. You want to have both, all three, on your resume so that a recruiter can reach out to you anyway in any context. So they can call you, they can email you. Worst case scenario, if you don't get either of those communications, which Not sure why, but they can also message you on LinkedIn if necessary. Again, anytime it comes to a job, me personally, I want a recruiter to be able to contact me in any way, shape, or form. So you want to have all three on here. Another mistake that I want to discuss really quick is listing multiple phone numbers. Now, this was an old school thing where, maybe somebody would have their home phone number, right? And when cell phones were just emerging, then they weren't the crazy dumpster fires that they are now. They would have both. So somebody can call, their cell or their home. Back in the day, pager numbers used to be on there. Don't do this because a recruiter is not going to call multiple numbers to reach out to you about this job. They're typically only going to call you on one number, one time. They're going to email you at one email address, one time, maybe twice if they didn't get a response to follow up, but that's it. You do not need two phone numbers, and you also do not need two email addresses. Whichever is the primary number, the best number to contact you, the number that you're going to answer no matter what, or if you at least check the voicemail on, have that number listed. But do not, you guys, be listing multiple phone numbers on your resume because it is not needed. You also do not need to say whether this is your cell phone or not. Like, whatever it is, phone number, landline, Google Voice, it doesn't matter what it is, just have phone number and that's it. And then the final mistake that I do not want you to make is not having any contact information at all. And you would be surprised how many resumes I get that don't have any contact information. So someone will send me their resume for a consultation, and as part of my intake process, I require people to send me a copy of their existing resume to see what it looks like. And if they were not required to enter in their current phone number and email address in my intake form, I would have no way to contact them. And as a matter of fact, when I first started my business and I wasn't requiring people to send me their contact information up front, I would get a lot of resumes from people who had no phone numbers, and email was the only way for me to reach them. And sometimes I would email the person back and then it would be something wrong with the email address. So please, please, please have your contact information. It's a primary thing. I feel like it's something that is very hard to not miss if you're proofreading your resume or going through your resume. It's one thing that will clearly stick out when you're going through it if your contact information is missing.
So there you have it. That is how you properly list your contact information on your resume. So the mistakes that we reviewed in this video, I want to make sure that you do not make them. So please feel free to reference this video as many times as you need to, and feel free to share it with friends and family and people in your network so that they too also understand how to properly list their contact information. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead and give me a like down below. If you have additional questions in regards to listing your contact information, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. If you learned something new, or maybe you were making one of the mistakes that I listed in this video, I would be interested in hearing it. Go ahead and drop that down in the comment section down below as well. If you need assistance with your resume, feel free to reach out to me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. You can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. And I will see you guys next time with another helpful video. Bye!